for this form, I chose to see the system in all its parts. And I just wanted to take the time to really look at a student and really see the student for a moment. If you could just picture a student, any one of your students, and see their face, and you see who they are, and you see around them is this core. At the very center of them, they have their own values, their own beliefs, their own insecurities, their own doubts, and and then you move out from there, and then you look at their friends, and then you look at their family and their community and their clubs and the teachers and probably their work, because lots of students are working right now. But at that core of them is their values and their beliefs of who they are and how people see them. And every single one of those layers, those people see that one student completely different. The mom will always see the child as their child, and the brothers and the sisters will see their brother or sister as like their warrior, their best friend, and the dad will always see their child as somebody who's always going to need to be saved, and somebody who's always going to need support, and somebody who's always going to. So if you really look at the core of these students and you look at them inside of the school and you see them as the people who are constantly interacting with them, and that's the teachers and the vice principal and the principal and the EAs and the youth care workers, and more than likely even the janitor, because the janitor is always talking to the students, and probably the janitor probably knows more about the students than even their own family do, because kids have a way of opening up to people when they feel a level of trust, when somebody believes in them in a different way. So I really wanted to getting to the core of the beliefs and implement it into the way they interconnect with both worlds of, let's say, Indigenous, for example. My son goes to high school, and we have to carry this weight of Indigenous beliefs and protocols and procedures, the way we do things. I'm not so concerned about my son's grades. I'm concerned about him being a relatively good human being, that he's going to make a change in this world. That's all I want. I don't want him to be having this great depression over his head because he's got this academia and he's got these expectations and demands and practices and routines. He doesn't evolve to change very well. And COVID-19 came along, and boom, his world fell apart because his routine was out of whack. So all of those things, if you really just look at that, and he's creating these connections in the education system where he connects with the vice principals every single day. He connects with the principal, he connects with his teachers. The first thing he does when he walks into the school is he goes to say hi to his teachers. He doesn't go to see his friends right away, he goes to see his teachers. And I can guarantee you that probably 90% of the students that I was working with over the last year, when I was asking them what was the most important thing that they were missing about going through this situation with COVID-19, was that the students were missing their teachers. They were missing the structure. They were missing going to school. They were missing having expectations. So creating connections of trust and strength and encouragement, these are really big things for students, where they look at these moments, and they're grieving those moments right now. they're grieving, having that person consistently say hi to them, asking them how they're doing, and having somebody to talk to every single day. We come from a society who wants things fast. You know, you get sick, you go to the drugstore, and you get medication that will make you feel better faster. You want technology faster. If you have a problem, the first thing you do is you pick up your phone and you say, hey, Siri, blah, 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 blah. Because everybody wants things so fast all the time. You know, cars are fast. Like, there's no reason for them even to make cars fast, because you can't even do faster than 110 in Canada. But yet they can go up to 240 kilometers an hour. Anyway, everything in society is a high-paced function. So, slow things down for your students, you know, as teachers, educators, leaders, for anybody. You're having a problem, you know, just take the time to take it apart and look at it and move it around and shift it and look at it from different perspectives, because you might be able to see something completely different from over here than you would over here. So if you really take it apart, I remember doing this math problem with one of the students at the high school, and there were 50 questions on there. Same thing, same routine. We broke it down, and when she first came in my room, and she was like completely depressed. That's all. She hated doing math. And then she realized that she was actually really fiercely intelligent. She ended up getting a pretty decent grade in math because she ended up really quite liking it, because you just need to take it apart, take those problems apart and look at it in a different lens. So I ask the students who their allies are, you know, their teammates, their people who give them energy, people who they trust. And quite often it's my mom, my dad, my grandparents, the teachers, the VP, the principal, youth care workers, friends. And the most common factor that they have with them is they have love, belonging, identity, and who they are. They see them for who they are. And not every single student or every single person will behave the same way in front of this person as they would with this person. Everybody behaves differently with the different expectations that they have from every single teacher, to vice principal, to principal. That's all I have to say for now. In our language, we would say, unapakli. Leave it there for now.